Hi everyone, I'm so glad you're joining me. I'm going to talk to you about the full moon, which is going to be starting tomorrow. You can look below and find the times, or if you haven't already Googled it or done whatever you can to find out what exactly you're supposed to do. But here's the thing about new moons, full moons, and every lunar eclipse and all the things that you're supposed to do. There's just certain basic things you can do because everything switches all the time. It's not exclusive to those time zones and those time phases and those moon phases and all the things we think control us. We just need to be observant of what's happening. This particular full moon is wolf moon. Think about the wolf. First and foremost, I have to plug for the wolves. They are getting smaller and smaller in their groups because unfortunately we don't see them as something that's very quotation sustainable any longer. So that's one thing. But needless to say, I'm going to speak about the wolf moon. The wolf moon is about the animal that represents it. Wolves are in packs. We all know this. Wolves have a hierarchy. Some of you may know that, and some of you may not. Wolves mate for life. Maybe you really didn't know that one. They're very, very good parents, and they all have their place in these hierarchies, in this pack. The way that is run so everything is very harmonious in the pack. The the four-footed wolf that, of course he's got 4 feet, for goodness sake. The wolf that goes out, that sits and bays at the moon, is the scout. That particular wolf is communicating to everything around what is the next phase for them. Of course, we don't understand wolf language, so it's not very good for us. And most people love thinking about, oh, if I could hear the wolf howl, or coyotes, we're not on coyote page though, then that would be so great. It is great because they find a place that's so high that no one can reach. And they call out to us and ask us to listen. Listen to their song. So that's part of it because I teach in a lot of metaphors. So I want you to listen to the stories. What is inevitable this time, if you've not experienced it already, is we've been having really weird dreams. Now, I do interpret dreams, and I'm getting a whole bunch of very strange dreams. I've been getting them for a few days. They're all scrambly, and they're not in anything that I would consider my world. And so I'm going to tell you, don't pay attention. They're no nonsense dreams. They don't have big messages for you this time. It's just a bunch of stuff coming all over the place because in subconscious land, when the land of the nothing, we don't have any boundaries, it's all thoughts. Okay, thoughts from everything and everywhere from every time. And it's just kind of flying in. And if you're in it, it's because you're part of that thought form that's flying around. So I wouldn't put too much energy, in fact, no energy on any of the dreams that you're receiving this time. Secondarily, be aware that yes, during the full moons, people get a bit testy. We've all known people that are fairly testy now, but this is really testy. If you want to live and listen to the call of the wolf, he's asking you to listen and move from your heart. There will be more than likely someone or somebody, even a stranger that's not even part of your realm of your world, that seems to want to push in and see if they can push you off of your mark. But remember, those who hurt others are hurting themselves. This did occur in regard to me a couple of days ago. It was really weird. I won't tell you the whole story, but oh my gosh, that would have been a TikToker, I'm going to tell you. And I don't do those very often, so it's not a plug for anything. I'm just saying that, oh my goodness, It was an extraordinary experience to where it was very much up to me not engage with what was going on with this other individual. Had I engaged to the level that this person was engaging, it probably would have been very ugly. And it's unfortunate that people are hurting so bad that they feel like they have to go into your space and say what they feel like they need to say to comfort themselves, because at the end of the day, they are not comforting themselves. Is this part of the full moon stuff? It is, actually. You can light a candle. There's nothing that's going to prevent this sort of thing that's really going to happen to you. So be kind to yourself is what I tell every student I have, every client I have. Please be kind to yourself, kind in your self-talk. So after that whole thing occurred, of course, because I'm very accountable in what I do, I thought, how in the world did I create that? And I sat with it and I meditated, I prayed. If there's an accountability that I created that coming into my space, I want to say goodbye to that pattern. And it wasn't about that. It was about the outside influence, that particular individual. And they picked the perfect person to spew on. And why would I be the perfect person? It's not a victim statement. I tell you guys this sometimes, because sometimes it isn't a victim statement. On some level, okay, there was so much anger in this person and so much insecurity that I was his exact opposite. Complete patience and kindness and calmness. And at different times I said, stop, just stop, stop. What is going on? What is going on? Are you having a bad day? And of course, they're not having a bad day. So just stop, calm down, because we're all one another. That's another thing I inevitably teach. We are all each other. And you can only see in another what's in you. He sought me out. Yes, it's a he. It wasn't a bad bashing this and that. It's not about that. It's about pain and sorrow. And it's not about me opening my arms and saying, okay, I'm going to be the one that you can nail up. It wasn't even about that. It's simply about someone that's in pain, someone that's lonely, someone that's obviously not happy in their life, to make something so big out of something so little. That here is the beautiful thing that occurred with that. When that person had enough, they decided to leave. And then I had people around me come up and say, are you okay? Is everything okay? And I said, yeah, actually I'm fine. But I also thank them because they were my angels. They were my angels in disguise that weren't in disguise. We do want to reach out and help one another. We don't want other people to get hurt. But just holding the space while that was going on, and then it dissolved and the person left. And then I was cared for. So if they had stepped in, it might have gotten even bigger. But sometimes it's best to just kind of hang out and wait and hold the space and then reach in to that person and say, is it okay? That's the power of the wolf, because the wolf represents family. The wolf represents teacher. The wolf represents leadership. Okay? And there's all these different ways you can lead. You don't always have to lead from the beginning of where it starts. You can lead from the middle. So before I go, I want to tell you a story about leadership because it goes along with this. Once upon a time, a long time ago, I went to a lot of different things. And in this particular case, it was the ropes course. And we pick a person. You all hold on to a rope before you get to the course. and you close your eyes, and then the trainer taps whoever they want to lead. So he tapped me. Now remember, everybody's eyes are closed. So I just opened my eyes and went to the front, and I led everybody. It was a whole bunch of people where we were supposed to go. And when we got there, the trainer said, with a little bit of a ha-ha, he thought it was very humorous to him. And he said, in all the time I've done these courses, and I've done hundreds and hundreds, I have never had anybody drop the rope and go to the front and lead. Now, that is always stuck with me because I thought, oh, that's interesting, because they usually will lead right from where they are. And that was my belief. I had to stand at the front and lead. That's my super overachiever person. That's I want to make sure all of my little ducks are in a row, everybody's getting taken care of, and I couldn't see in 2 lines on vantage points. So there are different ways to lead. Now, also I love to guide, but I heard lead, so that's what I was doing. How does that again go with the full moon and this particular thing? Listen a couple times and you'll probably find what resonates with you the most, because leadership is about immersing yourself in love, immersing yourself in peace when you need to, immersing yourself in leading, guiding. And so all these little things is exactly like the wolf pack. And I hope that you have a nice, calm full moon. Like I said, if you want to light a candle, I still encourage, please do a white candle, and do it for peace. Yes, peace for the world, because we do need it. Every individual needs it. Everything needs it in the world. All our relations. I will see you soon. Thank you so much. Take care.